Okay guys, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be teaching how to make your own hitbox from like various parts and things that you can order from accessible places. Most of it's probably going to be AliExpress, but you can find some of this stuff other places too. So for anyone that may not know what a hitbox is, this is a hitbox. It is a fighting game controller, and it essentially is the same as like a 360 controller or a PS4 controller, just given a flat form. On the red side, these are your movement buttons. You've got left, down, right, and then jump or up. So it's more like a keyboard. And then these buttons on the side would be, your face buttons, which is square, triangle, X, circle, or Y, B, A, and X for 360. And then your left bumper, left trigger, right trigger. So that's essentially what this layout is. So as you see, like a regular hitbox is $249.99 now. They used to be like $400. So this is getting better. They're becoming more accessible. There are ways that you can get one a little bit cheaper, and I'm going to try to show you how to do that. Here is level 1 of getting like a cheaper hitbox, essentially. So you could just buy this. This is basically just a smaller version of a hitbox. It's about 10 inches across. The normal hitbox layout is about 15. I will say I personally have bought from this company before. They're quick, they get you what you want. But I will say the buttons that come with this aren't the best. Taking that into account, if you just want to try a hitbox layout without having to pay, $250 to see if you even like the layout, this can be upgraded, essentially. These 4 pegs here, they are carriage bolts, and they have like a nut underneath, and you can just unscrew it, and then you can fold the lid open, and then you're able to access like all the buttons and everything. And it's very easy to like detach those buttons and put like new ones in. Here we have a set of hitbox buttons made by Punk Workshop. These are mechanical buttons as opposed to buttons with the original switches that like Sanwa and things uses. These use keyboard switches, so if something happens to one, you can just replace the Cherry MX switch as opposed to having to replace your whole buttons. These use speed silver switches, which have the fastest response out of the Cherry MX line. But I suggest these buttons as opposed to clip-ins, because these have like a little screw ring. You just unscrew it, you pull it out, you do whatever you need to do to it, and then you just put it back and screw it back in. Whereas with clip-ins, you have the risk of breaking the little tab that fixes them into place. This is what I've purchased myself, and I truly love them. They have like a matte finish on top. They're very nice on the fingers. You can have sweaty fingers and it's not a big deal. They don't like stick to your fingers. They're very nice buttons. Here is another option as opposed to just getting the smaller one. This has Sanwa buttons already built into it. Sanwa buttons are better than the original buttons in the other one, but not quite as nice as the ones that I just showed you. This is like a middle ground. The benefit of this one is you get a larger case, which is the standard hitbox size of about 15 inches. And so you have like more hand space, and that is pretty much the difference in this. So now we approach the slightly stranger part, that you can just buy the brains of the last 2 that I've shown you. This would just be for PC. You essentially get the brain of your hitbox. You get the cables to connect all of your buttons to the brain. Here are case options, because these are the cheapest cases that I found, and they appear to be of good quality. All the reviews are fantastic. So I would place my salt in this seller. I've asked the seller plenty of questions in the past. They answered them very concisely. They even showed me reference sizes. This is the same size as the very first one that I showed you, which is about 10 inches. Next we have, this is a full-size hitbox. This is their middle grade material, and you can get art added to this. Next is the high grade materials they have, and you can get custom art with this one as well. And lastly, they have, I guess, what I would call an oversized hitbox. This one's 18 inches, so you've got plenty of hand room, and you can get a huge, beautiful art. And that is about it. I guess any more questions, drop them down in the comments below. I will try my best to answer them. I'll see you guys around.